Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Dr. Victoria Scorbo here, speaking to you from the Caesar Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. It is Friday, April 7th, and the moon, as I woke up this morning, was in Scorpio. Shifted around 2:30 in the morning from Libra to Scorpio, so that Scorpio moon is a little bit more intense. I'm in the corner of the yard because I noticed that these frilly daffodils are coming up here in this corner of the yard, and then the regular daffodils. So they're all starting to line up to open up, and we have a beautiful morning here today. And let's talk a little astrology. The moon makes a supportive connection to Saturn in Pisces, as we remember perhaps, bringing flow in our feelings and our the structure of things. We also have, excuse me, as I walk into a tree. Trying to do this. Michael is cleaning, quote unquote, cleaning the yard. And I said, oh, you gotta, tidy up the yard now. And so he did, but he's in the middle of it. So it looks a lot worse than it did yesterday, which is kind of unfortunate. But anyway, we're trying. So we actually have a kite in the sky. That's made up of the south node of the moon, Mars, and Saturn, and then the north node of the moon and Mercury. And so this kite is sort of an engine, the little engine or the big engine that can move things forward. And the direction that it's asking us to move forward in is the direction of the north node, is the direction of a different kind of and a new future based on stability and essential needs, what we need, and then what we don't need, we're being asked to release. Now, something today, the moon being in in Scorpio, will conjoin the south node of the moon. So feelings from the past, or even a person from the past, can come up to be decided upon, perhaps. What have we learned from this situation? Is there anything we need to let go of around this situation, or is it simply something we need to know in order to move forward that's not necessarily negative from the past, right? So that's happening. We also have today a beautiful sextile between Venus and Neptune. Venus, the planet of love; Neptune, the higher octave of Venus, the planet of compassion, as it were, making this supportive sextile in order for us to open the lines of communication and learn from it's a connection to spirit, so we can learn from spirit today. And then we also have early tomorrow morning, and we're moving into it, is a sextile between Mars and Mercury. Mars, the planet of action; Mercury, the planet of communication. There are things that we're finding out, things that we didn't know before, perhaps, that are coming to our attention to inform us around perhaps better ways of moving forward. I think there's more information coming out that we did not know about certain things, and we may see some of that today as well. So, all right, I'm out of that part of the yard. It's kind of hard to walk, talk, and not fall into a hole, actually. But for you guys, I do it. I think I would know where to step these days. All right, so that's what's going on. A good day, guys. A really good day. It's been an intense week, of course. It seems like the indictment and then the Trump going to New York might have happened like 2 weeks ago, but it actually only happened a couple of days ago. It really feels like we're doing leaps and bounds when it comes to moving forward and dealing with the things that we really need to deal with, which is how are we going to have a sustainable future? How are we going to work together? There's enough technology. There's enough need. There's enough of everything for us to get our poop together and start working for the betterment of humanity and the betterment for the world that we live in, which includes being kinder to Mother Earth. And look at these beautiful, beautiful group of daffodils. Daffodils are associated with the sign of Aries, of course. And actually, interestingly enough, if you're going to put daffodils, in your house, as far as cutting them and putting them in, you can only put them in daffodils with daffodils, because if you put other plants with daffodils, there's something the daffodil secretes that excuse me, kind of kills the other plant. So it really is an Aries energy of the I am the daffodil, and I stand up first, and I stand against the cold and the wind in the beauty of the sun. Aries is exalted. The sun in Aries is an exalted position. And so this is sort of a sun in Aries kind of plant. All right, that's your botanicals for the day. And hopefully we'll have a couple more things. I see some tulips. Their little heads starting to pop up. We have some tulips on the dog bed over there, the memorial bed for the pups, and I think the deer are eating them, or something's eating them, but we'll definitely have them here. So, I guess they got to eat something, right? All right, guys, have yourself a lovely day. Like and subscribe if you would. Check out my 4/4 portal if you haven't.